Well, hello everybody, and welcome back to my channel. I've just thought I would come on and do a quick waddle and a blether. Seeing as how the snow is away, we've had a lot of snow and ice over the past few days, so it's not as slippy as what it was. I hope you're doing okay. Merry Christmas to you all. I hope you all had a good Christmas. I hope everybody got. Hope Santa was good to you. I can't complain. Even though myself and my girl wasn't well. I wasn't well before Christmas, and my girl wasn't well after Christmas. So, but we tried to have a good day on Christmas Day. So she got spoilt rotten as usual by us and friends. So for those of you that gave her gifts, so thank you very much. And she was one spoilt little girl. So we're very, very lucky to have people that care about us and care about her, and so I hope you're all looking forward to the new year, and that you're spending with family, or if you're just having it in the house yourselves. I've never liked New Year as a child. Just an excuse to get drunk and have family fights and things and arguments, and so no, this is not. I don't like New Year, even though a lot of people do New Year's resolutions and things, and we all do, me included. Things like want to lose weight or exercise more, or get out of the house more, or meet new people, and be nice to each other and be kinder, and some of them will fall by the wayside. I know most of mine do. Most of them don't, but we all like to have a fresh start, but things get in the way. Life gets in the way, health, and in some ways we can't really avoid it. So I thought I'd just come on and have a quick blether before the end of the year, and I'm not going anywhere in particular. It's just like a pre-New Year walk. Just talk about things that happened in the last year, what things stick out in your mind that happened last year. This year, should I say. We've all had good times, we've all had bad times. But what we need to do is think to the future. Don't look back too much, because we can't change the past. We can learn from it. As I was actually watching Alice in Wonderland through the looking glass, the one with the Johnny Depp in it, and that's exactly what the time had said. It was played by Sacha Cohen, and so he had says you can't change the past, but you can learn from it. So we can learn from our mistakes, and we need to move on. We need to move forward. Can't dwell in the past. It won't change anything. We just got to carry on and keep going, and I don't think I have any plans for next year. Just to, I don't know, just to be kinder to people and not judge people. To keep on going out and walking, even for 10 minutes, just go out to walk. What way should we go? We'll go back this way. We've got Old Mullafua Road. Just to sort of like be with family and, you know, help them out. So yeah, there's nothing jumping out at me to say or see that that's definitely what I'm going to be doing, but because you don't know what's around the corner, you know, so take a day at a time, see what happens. And you know, so as I say, there's just nowhere special, just it's a quick water. There's I was going to go out at night, during the night, well not during the night, but at night time, and show you all the decorated houses, all the Christmas lights. There was one particular I wanted to show you, but because of weather, bad weather, and not feeling great, so I couldn't do that. But what I'll do is I'll walk up to this particular house and I'll show you what it looks like in the daytime. And because there is a few houses dotted around all this that's really gone, you know, wow with their Christmas lights, you know. And this house in particular that I'm going to show you, there's quite a lot at Halloween as well. They could go quite big for Halloween. So we're just walking up. Yeah. So it's actually not a bad day today. It's kind of cloudy looking, but at least it's dry and it's not as cold as what the frost was. You know, it was Baltic, and we're glad that we're not got the weather that America's getting, because that's fierce. That's wow, it's unbelievable. The extreme weather that they're getting, the frost, it's just, oh, can't imagine sort of like staying there and having a lot of people don't even have power or heating, you know. You know, it must be devastating for them. So we're still on Old Mullafua Road. There's still quite a bit of ice about in the roads, as you can see up here. But I think the sheltered bits, you know. So yeah, so we have been really, really lucky in regards to our weather, to be really honest with you. Oh, it's a poor bunny. Dear, dear, that's not nice. So as I said, just a quick walk. No one in particular. The main thing that I've done this year was start this channel just for a bit of fun, just to show off my local area and just to have a blether with yous and trying to connect with people, and I done that, you know, and I'm very extremely grateful for all the comments, all the likes, all the subscribers, because you have sort of like, you've kept me going, you've kept me doing this, you know. It's, if it wasn't for this, I wouldn't have been walking as far or as long. It wouldn't have spurred me to get out and about, you know. And I've had long videos, I've had short videos, you know. I've even done like a 10-minute video, you know. And you know, I get comments, people stopping in the street or in shops, you know, "Oh, are you the lassie that does the videos? You're amazing, you're I watch you all the time." So, and that really spurs me on, you know. Even when I do fundraising for Lexi's school, and I usually do it twice a year, but I haven't done it since COVID time. So this year I done it at before Christmas with carol singing in my local Morrison's, and even in between doing the songs, a lady had said, "So I think your channel's wonderful. You know, I haven't seen these places for years. I didn't know they still existed, or I didn't even know, you know, that place existed." You know, it's very heartwarming to do that. And regarding this carol singing, there's going to be an article in the Alnessand District Times in the next edition. I think it's a February edition, I think. And an article on why I started carol singing or fundraising for the school. Why I started doing it and how long I've been doing it for, and you know, a wee bit about the school as well. So, because people don't realise why I was fundraising for a school in Tain when we stayed in Alness, and people don't realise that a third of the school on Tain, people come from Alness. You know, so it is a local school to us, special needs parents. It is our local special school, even though there is one in Dingwall. Again, there's a few people from Alness, pupils from Alness goes to Dingwall school every single day. You know, I'm going to cross over because the pavement over the other side looks better, because it is kind of still icy down here, because it's quite sheltered in the shady spots. So yeah, so that's why I started volunteering, fundraising for the school, because they need all the fundraising they can get. Every school's the same, you know, because the council has cut a lot of funding for other schools, and it's not fair. You know, as the kids always miss out. It's the kids that always lose out on things because they're trying to save money somewhere else. They're trying to, like, you know, their funding always gets cut, especially special needs schools. The two schools that are up here, oh man, St Duffus and St Clements, you know. So they always relies on funding, fundraising by the parents, school council, things like that. So, and I'm quite happy to do it. I don't mind doing it. If I minded doing it, I wouldn't do it. You know, there's no obligation for me to do it. you know, it's just something that I like to do. I tend to do it twice a year. So at Christmas time I'll do carol singing, and sort of around about April time I'll do Scottish ballads. So again, but I haven't done that for nearly 3 years, since before COVID, so it's nice to do, and I got an overwhelming response. Can't believe the amount that was raised. You know, just by little me. I don't do this for look at me, sort of look what I've done. I don't do that. I'm not like that. I don't look for recognised sort of like popularity contests. I don't do that. No, that's just not me. Oh, they don't have them pumped up. So this house ahead of us here, they had big snowmen and Santas, but they don't have them pumped up, unfortunately. So I don't know whether they're starting to take it down. So this is what I get for not doing it sooner. But you can just see the bits and pieces that are left over. I mean, there's a big reindeer on the fence there. They've got a big wreath above the door. The scale was unbelievable of it. I don't know if there's anybody else around here that has things like that. Never mind. Right, this looks like a bottle. So we'll just, oh gosh, nearly fell. So we'll just take our time, we'll go onto the grass here. That looks treacherous down there, so what we'll do is we'll go up this way. I'll go up by Opsal Park and round and see what's there. So this is part of, so Opsal School's down that way. This is all the new houses in Newfield. So we're just going to get this one. That's a shame, but hey ho, maybe next year. Might be able to come down here in Halloween next year and see their displays. So yeah, so that's the story behind fundraising. So if you've seen me out fundraising in Morrison's carol singing, and you give me a donation, from my heart, thank you very much. Can't thank everybody enough for the generosity, even though people are finding it sort of their money is tight, you know, they sort of like gave them their heart, you know, and you know, I just can't thank them enough to do that. You know, and the sum that I had raised, if you hadn't seen Facebook or anything, was £251.50 for the school. So, and I even got a letter of recognition from the school itself, from the head teacher, thanking me from him and on behalf of the staff as well. So, right, I'm going to cross the road and we're going to go up round Shilling Hill, Opsal Park, sorry. Right. So this is the road that goes down to Malmafua. So we've got to be careful because there's no pavement up here. So it's starting to sort of like get kind of darkish. So we won't be long. We'll go around this corner and then we'll just head up back up behind me and then home. So as I said, looking forward to what next year holds, and I hope it's going to be good for everybody. You know, but as I say, I take a day at a time, because you never know what's around the corner. You just have to sort of like be mindful of our words towards people, and just you know, don't judge by their looks or by their actions. You know, you don't know what's going on behind the closed doors of their life, you know. Whether it be a druggie or alcoholic, you know, you don't know what's going on, what made them that way in the first place, you know. So even like if you know somebody that's struggling, whatever, just talk to them, just let them talk to you, just have a listening ear, you know. You never know, you might be able to help them. If you can't help them, sort of like have a look to see if you know anybody that can help them. You know, people need to sort of like get out of a struggle, get out of a rut. You know, we all need help at some point. You know, that's why I was always brought up the way, like, help others, because you never know when you might need help yourself. And you know, I would help anybody in a heartbeat, you know, but I'm also extremely careful. You know, I've been bitten quite a few times. Like, I've helped certain people, and they sort of like took advantage of my good nature. And you know, I don't help to get. I don't give to receive. I don't do that. It's not the way I've been brought up. But if you overstep the mark, if you take advantage of my good nature, you know, I won't do it twice. You know, and you know, you can't treat people like that. You know, you can't sort of like take advantage of somebody who's really kind to you. You know, that's why I always say, you know, if I'm needing a lift somewhere, whatever, I'm extremely appreciative of that person going out their way to give me a lift to go somewhere, like to go to a hospital appointment. You know, and I return the favour, sort of thing. I give something back to them in recognition of their time towards me. You know, so yeah. So don't treat people like, you know, don't take advantage of them. Don't take them for granted. You know, yeah. Oh, look at that lovely doggy, look. Hello. And look how well behaved that doggy is. Just sitting nice at his door. Isn't that nice? So yeah. So that's my sort of like philosophy sort of thing, that don't take people for granted. You know, return the favour sometime. Take them out for dinners, or you know, buy them a bottle of wine or something. You know what I mean? It's just to say thank you. You know. There's a lot of these people, a lot of people nowadays, you know, they take a lot of people for granted. They don't even, most of the adults don't even say thank you. You know, if somebody hands you like a bit of paper, or, you know, even in a shop, you should be saying thank you to them. And, you know, please and thank you does not cost anything to have manners. That should be the first thing you teach your child when they start talking the first, you know, teach them how to say please and thank you. You know, it's the amount of adults that I've come across and they don't say please and thank you, or even they bars past you without saying, you know, excuse me. You know, it's amazing how many people have so many bad manners. 2022, it shouldn't be like that. You know, teach your kids how to be courteous and how to have manners, and you know, the world will be a better place. Smile. You know, say hello. You know, just don't grunt. Or, you know, even, I think I said this before, even when I was started work at first, my first job was in the co-op, and you know, you were taught how to have good customer service and good manners, and you know, always talk to the customers, and you know, but now you go into a shop and they don't even look at you when they're putting your stuff through. You know, I mean, you don't need to talk on it like so much on end. You don't need your life story, but you know, good morning, hello, how are you today? You know, you could be the people in shops could be the only people that, like, especially elderly, see once a week. They'll go out for shopping. You know, it just astounds me how many people do have manners. You know, man, I mean, I don't mean to, this is not a lecture post, vlog. It's, you know, it baffles me. You know, it really does baffle me. Because I used to teach, I think I'd told you this before already, I used to teach customer service in cash and carry. That was my job, as well as another job I was doing. I was in the stock room, stock control, and you know, I had to teach the young boys, you know, how to sort of like just say hello. You know, I'd say to them, I says, look, if you go into a shop and the person that's serving you is arrogant and not very nice to you, or don't even speak to you, what would you do? Would you go back to that shop? And 9 times out of 10, the boys would say, no, I wouldn't go back. I says, well, there you go. So we want customers to come back to us, so we have to be nice to them to get them back. You know, this retail is all about loyal customers. You know, if you're going to be arrogant or gurney, or you sort of like you've got a face on you as if to say, I really don't want to be here, and most of the weekend staff or late night staff are like that, I can assure you, you're not going to go back at that time. I mean, I have a few people that I avoid in Morrison's and other shops, you know, because I know I've had bad customer service from them. So I will not go back to them. I will not get served by them because of their attitude, or if they fire down their shopping at you at the bottom, and you know they don't take good care of your bread or your eggs, or you know, or even your bottles, your jars. You know, they're just firing it down, trying to get you to the road as quick as they can. You know, and it shouldn't be like that. Right, we're just going to go down here now. I mean, a lot of people, everybody's garning about people that are doing online shopping. To be really honest with you, no wonder. If you get treated like that in a shop, what's the point in getting in there to get treated like dirt, or you know, like as if you're nobody, you know. The only online shopping that I do is stuff for my craft hobbies. I don't do grocery shopping online because I've seen them in Morrison's and Tesco's and Asda's doing the .com trolleys, and you know, I've seen them firing stuff into a bag and not even looking to see if it's damaged or if it's the right date, or you know, they're just firing it in. And you know, I've seen them doing that, and I thought, not a chance. You know, I mean, a lot of people do that, but that's their choice. My choice is actually face to face. And with the self-service checkouts as well, you know, yes, they may be convenient, but there's nothing wrong with sort of like face-to-face contact. But again, if you're going to a checkout and they don't even look at you, they're just head down firing your shopping down at you, you know, you'd be better off going to the self-service checkout. You know, so if you want people to stay away from them and to concentrate on the actual person that's getting paid to do it, you know, try and teach your staff. I'm dying to go in to one of these shops, either Tesco, Asda's, Morrison's, Lidl's, whatever, Aldi, and get them to set up like a new job, like a customer service job, to teach your staff how to smile, how to say hello, how to say please and thank you. Even like if you're telling them the total, you know, most of them just like grunt at you, and you've got to say, excuse me, what was that? You know, because you can't hear them like behind a paper bag because they don't want to open their mouths. You know, and you can you can really tell that I'm very passionate about customer service. You know, because that, again, I've been brought up the old-fashioned way. That's the way I was brought up. That's the way I was taught. You know, and if you don't want anybody to talk to you like as if you're nothing, as if you're dirt, or as if you're sort of like you're invisible, don't treat anybody like that yourself. You know, it works both ways. So I always said, treat people the way you want to be treated. So if you want to be treated with respect and humility and whatever, treat somebody else the same way. You know, it doesn't take 2 minutes to say please, thank you, excuse me, hello, how are you, even a smile, or talking about the weather. You know, as I said, you could be the first person that an old lady or an old man or even a young mum sees all week. You know, at least you can be nice to them. Oh man. Anyway, so we're just passing this house and you can see this. They've got decorations out, so that's nice. 3 soul men. That looks as if they've got a gingerbread person as well, so I think that's really nice. But I've noticed over the years that more and more houses are decorating their outside for Christmas. You know, it used to be just like a string of lights, and then there was more lights, and then there was things with lights on it you can stick in the ground in the garden for gardening. Now there's blow up things, and oh man, there's so many things. So this is where we went up originally. So we're just gonna go along here. I've got one more house to show you. Again, unfortunately, I can't show you at night when it's all lit up. So you'll just need to imagine it. But if you're local, you probably know about it already. Well, no, I've actually got two houses to show you. I'll do this other one house first. So yeah, so that's my rant for the day, the rant for the year. You know, please take on board what I've said. You know, it's not a lecture. You know, I don't do things like that. I'm just voicing my opinion. This is my opinion only. It's not opinion of everybody else. My opinion isn't gospel. I don't target anybody. I don't name names. It's just that there's a lot of it about, you know, and it really gets on my nose. So this is Oxhill Road, as a lot of people well know it well. So whatever plans you have for the weekend, I hope you have a safe and happy new year. Whatever you're planning and doing. As I said, I don't like New Year, so I just tend to go to bed. If I was planning on going to maybe a Hogmanay party, but because I'm still not feeling 100%, it's best that I don't go to that. Maybe next year. And so this will be my final video of 2022. So I started off in January of this year, so I just can't believe how many videos I've actually done, and how many comments I've had from it. And you know, I didn't go out to make money from YouTube, I'll tell you that before. It's very difficult to make money out of YouTube unless you do like videos every single day. And there's that the Millennium Garden, looking very sparse in winter time. Unless you do it every day or have a wonderful product or service to offer. So I don't, I just walk. Okay, so this is Catlock Road, going up that way, so we're going this way. But yeah, it's starting to get dark now. It's probably not even 3 o'clock yet. So we're going to go down this road here, which is Market Street. So we're just going to wait until the traffic allows us to go across. So we're just going to cross over here. So I'm just going to pause you for a minute. Okay, so we can cross the road now. There we go. Now, I wonder if they've got their... I'll put my gloves back on, because I had to take them off to pause it. Okay. There we go, that's my glove back on. Okay. So this house here is usually all lit up as well, and it looks as if they've taken some of their stuff down. Unfortunately, again, this is what I get for being too late to show you guys. There's still quite a few bits and pieces out. So yeah, so they've got quite a big... We'll try and go closer. They've always got this wee robin sitting in the wall, so I think that's quite nice. So there's all their stuff. I can see it from one of my top windows at the back. It's just a pity I can't see it going at night. Okay. So we're just going to go around the corner here. Oh dear. In fact, there's another house I can show you. So I've got two more houses to show you. We'll try and see them. See what they've got, if they've got their stuff still up. So this is Dalmore Road, so that's going down to the High Street, and that's towards Morrison's. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, just give it a thumbs up, or just, you know, comment down below where you're from, or, you know, even if you just say Happy New Year or whatever, you know what I mean? So, yeah. So we're turning into Kendall Crescent now. So you see the sky is getting sort of kind of darkish. It's I don't know if it's going to rain. Hopefully it won't rain until we get this done. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cross over this road and go down this wee lane, because then I'll be towards the other side. So we're just going to go down this lane. So this is part of going into Salvesen Crescent now. There's one of the paths. A lot of good memories down here. This is where I mainly played with friends from school down here. A lot of their parents are still staying down here, even today. So it just shows you how nice an area it is. You know, if they're willing to stay here for the rest of their lives, sort of thing. Okay, so it's just there's a wee car park bit behind the houses here. So we'll go around this corner and then we'll be in front of another house. I can show you bits and pieces. Hopefully they've kept them on. We have a few. I think they've taken them down. A few houses that are for sale around here. Oh no, they've still got them here. So this is what's left of their Christmas bit. Unfortunately, everybody's started to take all their decorations down. So we're just going to go down here. So yeah, we've got a few houses for sale in Salveston Crescent. I think you've seen one that was an elf in a bush. You've seen one ahead of us, and here's another one. This is another one that's for sale. It's been for sale for a while. And I think there's another one further around the corner as well for sale. So there's a house in front of us here, and he does massive displays every single year. He adds to his displays every single year. He changes the displays every single year, so never 2 years are the same. He swaps them about, and it is a spectacle to see at night. If you're a friend of mine, you'll probably see them. So you can see there's Santas, there's reindeers, stars, there's a truck, a train, Santa on a bike. You can just see Santa on a rocket saying ho ho ho. There's lights everywhere. So this is a lovely house to see. Hold on, I'm just going to pause you for a minute. Anyway, sorry guys. So yes, so this is a beautiful house to come and see when it's all lit up. So I'm going to stop the video there. So yes, again, thank you for watching and listening, and listening for me ranting about customer service or whatever, because it's badly needed, to be said. There's no need for it, really, but however. So I'm wishing everybody a safe and happy new year. Be good, and we'll see you next year. So again, thank you. Ta-ta!